Welcome back, friends. Grab yourself a cup of coffee or your favorite beverage as we react today to Age of Wonders 4 Griffon Update 1.2. Starting off the list of the first updates, it seems there's a general update to the Paradox launcher. Um, Change the version of the launcher. I personally don't use the Paradox launcher. I might have used it once, but I play mostly through Steam. So curious, what's y'all thoughts on the Paradox launcher? Let me know. Do you like it? There's been any issues? I haven't heard any noise about it. So, but it's good that they're making constant improvements to their product. That's definitely good. All right, now good stuff. Cultures. Incarnate Mark no longer appears on combat summons. These effects are non-functional on combat summons. This avoids the confusion. Interesting. I'll be honest, I played with Architect for a while, and I haven't really noticed. I guess I didn't pay really close attention if combat summons were getting those buffs, and if they were, they probably were getting like really good stack and buffs on there as well. Affinity and Crate now filters for weapon requisite and abilities, so it's no longer affects inner fire and similar effects. Again, that's something that I didn't really catch as I was playing through it in there, but seems like it was causing enough traction in the community that the developers decided to act on it. Monuments can no longer be captured, transferred between cities, or dismantled. They can still be pillaged. See, this is an interesting one because I've heard a lot of folks talking about, hey, like if you're playing like PvP or stuff, how would that be reacting? Could you like build monuments and sell it to another player, or what would happen if someone continue to accumulate monuments as well? It seems also that they've been some behavior that developers should notice that could be abusing a bit, so they decided to act against it. So I think that's a good change. Definitely balance. They still can be pillaged, which is good because if you pillage a monument, it will impact the architect player ability to get affinity incarnate. So definitely good move here. Faction wise, we have the Vision of Promise. For Order, they made an adjustment to make the vision more interesting to follow and present a better challenge for early conquest. Target Free City now gains stone walls, ballista towers, tent pop, and accepting the quest. On Meat, they will generate an attack force to secure their domain. Interesting. I haven't played with this Vision of Promise specifically. Curious what people who played, what your experience was like. Was it too easy? Was it something that you were completing way too easy that it wasn't really a challenge? Obviously, with game design, there has to be that perfect balance between you want it to be challenging enough so the player can get that experience and reap the rewards, but at the same time, you also want it to be engaging. And if that element of challenge is a bit absent, it does create that sense, hey, why did I pick this? What was the experience like? For nature, on completion, the new Throne City gains 10 population. Again, I haven't played with this Vision Promise. I did Destiny. That one I did play quite a bit with. So curious, what's the thoughts on this one? Do we feel like 10 population is good? Was it too much, too little? Materium made adjustment to compensate for the longer competition time and not gaining an extra city. Completion of the reward income modifier increased from 20 to 50%. So it seems like not as many people were going with the Materium one, or the community felt that it is very low in comparison to the other options. So they decided to beef it up, going from 20 to 50%. And it seems like it was like a flat 20 to 50%, which is pretty good. I mean, 20 gold is 20 gold, but if you're producing 200 golds and you're getting 50%, that is 100 more gold. So that's a huge boost based on the language written here. Vision of Destiny. Some of those were being completed significantly faster than intended. See, that one I agree with. That one I played multiple games of those, where I played with the Materium one and the Nature one. And honestly, I was like, okay, this sounds like awesome. I'm going to need to build my cities. I'm going to need to get construction going. And I would go on my own business. I would build my cities. I would do my own things. And as I do that, I would notice like, whoops, I'm done. It's already done. So glad to see that they noticed that as well. So for Astral, they reduced the point progress from unlocking tomes from 50 to 25. That's half that you're getting less from tomes. That's interesting. And the rationale is to put focus on exploring wanderers than just research. Okay, I can see that because if you're sitting there and you're just researching and researching, I mean, are you getting enough engagement? Reduce point progress from gold wonders from 200 to 150. 50 points, I can get by that. What's your guys' thoughts on it? Is that too much, too little? Mark of Astral, reduce resistance gain from 2 to 1. I haven't played with the Astral Vision of Destiny, but reducing that resistance from 2 to 1, that's pretty steep. You were getting 2 resistance, now 1. Seems like the resistance stacking was too much, so they decided to act upon it. For Materium, it reduced point progress for Tier 4 city structure from 100 to 75. That is interesting. 25 points is not too much of a reduction. It's still feasible and doable. Reduce point progress from constructing special province improvements from 25 to 20. This one is interesting as well because you don't get too many special province improvements. You might get like 4 or 5. So that 5 reduction, I can get by it. I'm curious what would the balance look like. For nature, reduce point progress per province from 15 to 10. I can get by this one as well because I remember in my Nature Affinity gameplay with this specific Vision of Destiny, I just kept expansion, building farms, and getting more provinces. And lo and behold, I looked at the progress bar and was like, "We're done." I'm like, "Well, I guess we're done." Yeah, we're done. So I'm glad that they're adding some tweaks to bring in more of that fine-tuned balance that we need. For Chaos, increase point progress per city conquered from 50 to 80. Okay, so it seems like Chaos wasn't getting enough love, that vision for it, so they decided to increase the reward from 50 to 80 to make it more compelling. And also not knowing what's the progress like, but maybe 50 was too much conquest you needed to do in order for you to complete that Chaos vision. So 80 might be reasonable. Once we dive in the game and play a few more game throughs, plays with that vision, we'll be able to get better understanding. For Shadow, reworked point progression to instead give 1 per tier of unit rather than 5 flat for friendliness and 10 for enemies. Friendly units gives 2 per tier of unit. I haven't played with this one to be honest, so I'm curious what was the impact before and what is the impact after. So if you guys have played with that one, definitely comment and let me know what was your experience like. And we have some fixes. We love fixes. I always can go with good fixes. So they fix a crash that would occur when resolving a bounty. I've experienced that one. Fix a crash that occurred when processing a bounty. Fix a crash that occurs when dispelling would cancel the same link twice. Fix a crash when a unit reward could not be given after combat. Haven't experienced that one, but that would be like a bummer. Fix a crash that would occur when loading between hot seats saves. I don't play multiplayer, so wonder how prevalent it was. Fix a crash that would occur when side gaining a unit reward no longer exists. Fix the crash that would occur when hiring a new hero. Fix the crash that would occur when AI attempt to rotate their unit. Interesting. I didn't know that AI was crashing themselves as well. I guess we're in this together with the AI. Art-wise, fix the visual bug with the Umbral Juggernaut mount. Fix clipping issues on a Pyromancer, positioning of Gloomstrider. Fix where some unit for Angelic Info event did not have Angelic Transformation. Now that's funny. You have a unit that's supposed to be an angel with Angelic Transformation, but they're not showing up with the transformations. Like, what happened to your wings? Fix an issue where status effects were visible on units with inner traits. Culture, more fixes. Fix the monument costs would increase if construction was interrupted by province pillaging. Interesting. Fix an issue where perfectionist artisan were increasing monument structure production cost. So the perfectionist artisans were increasing monument structure production cost. Interesting. Fix an issue where silent barracks were not rewarding fortification health. Oh, that would be a good fix. Fix an issue where the right of work could provide scout unit. Fix an issue where city rune infestation from Vision and Promise Paradise Paradise Lost did not respawn defenders. Fix an issue where Vision of Destiny Desolation of Death would not always trigger despite meeting all the requirements. There's more interface fix. There's more multiplayer fix. There's some Pantheon fix. I want to look into those. What happened with the Pantheon? Fix an issue with Ascending would update the wrong version of them. Fix an issue where the Giant Thrones, Arcane Observatory, and Crusader hosts were not blocked from spawning on maps with wildlands. This does not affect structure in the handcrafted regions. Cool. So yeah, it seems like there's some few more spells and a few more world map issues that they fixed. Pretty good. We always love more fix. We love when developers are listening to the player base and they're taking actions on it and they're helping improve the game. They are asking for your thoughts and feedbacks, and if you find a bug, to go ahead and report it. So please head to the Paradox forum or Steam even and share your comments and thoughts on it. And if you find any bugs, do report it. So as we conclude this reaction, I'm really curious, what are your thoughts on this patch? What are things that you liked that are coming in? What are things that you did not like that are being changed? Are there any items that you're on the fence about? Comment below, share your thoughts. Let's keep this conversation going. And make sure to subscribe and follow for more content coming up. See you in the next one. Bye for now.